gone down. We look like we're in a
Yeah.
horror movie.
This is the enlightenment. We're the ghosts that will haunt you.
I honestly feel I'm
don't-
that petty that
Yeah.
it would happen.
We should just start being vigilantes. Like after dark. Like, yeah.
Oh, God.
We're gonna start. If you think it's cool, we're also going to.
Oh, gosh.
Cool. Alrighty. We ended season 1, but we are doing a very ad hoc podcast.
Probably
because-
the most important
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. I think it's like it's not a shock. I think it's something that we always knew was going on.
I think that's the worst part.
Yeah.
Is because we've become so desensitized
Yeah.
to the level of violence women in this country are subjected to.
Yeah.
Not excluding us,
No, it's not.
but it's been like such a common thing that I think sometimes it's become like the norm, and it's not normal.
It's not normal. It's not it's shocking. It's shocking that we are in many cases considered like the rape capital of the world. It's disgusting, and I'm trying to figure out like what the hell is wrong with South African men. Like, I know you can't just say men, because like rape cases can go both ways, but what is it that is so significant that women specifically in South Africa have to deal with this, where in other places in the world it's not the norm and it's safe for most part?
I think it's such a multi-layered conversation, because obviously it's not limited to certain things. Like, it's ingrained in our culture and society and the way majority of men view women
Yeah.
as something to be owned, something to have power over. And also I think just the rise of women becoming a bit more independent is probably, I don't know if I'm saying out of turn, but probably the reason why there's been such an increase in rape cases or gender-based violence, because suddenly there's this imbalance where a woman now has power and some authority, and obviously some men don't know how to handle that in a healthy way, or be in a relationship dynamic that values power as, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think what we wanted to talk about is, I think I just saw everybody starting to
Yes.
turn
Their
their
stuff
profile
purple.
pictures
Yeah.
purple. And actually one of the best things that Wits does, apart from produce academics, is they really know how to gather for a cause. Even Fees Must Fall was such a good movement, great movement that Wits started. So I saw one of the protests that happened at Wits.
Yeah.
And then I did come across Women for Change, and it is what it's called.
It is called Women for Change.
Right. And obviously the cause that they are trying to, or the movement that they're trying to promote at the moment. Yeah. So I obviously am in solidarity, and I agree with what they're trying to fight for, and what they're trying to fight for is the bare minimum of acknowledgement, awareness, and for our country to take women's safety seriously.
Yes. So it's so funny that you said it, that you saw it through like vets.
Right.
I actually saw one or two people like change their profile
Okay.
to, and this is exactly the power of awareness, and getting like a message across. And I was like, oh, but this is like why, you know? So I googled it and I was like, why is everyone changing? Like, why would someone change their profile picture to purple? And that's how I also came across like the Women for Change. And that's when I went onto their page and I saw what it was about. I was just talking to you about it now before we clicked record. But I think what saddens me, and a core issue that we have just in society, is like, before something becomes a trend, like, why can't people take the initiative to use their voice and make, or show up? Just show up in whatever little way that you can. Because I've been very disappointed by seeing, well, when I changed my profile picture,
Right.
I shared what this entire thing was about to educate the next person. But there's so many women that have seen my story, have seen and now know what's going on because it's gaining a lot of traction.
Right.
And people are not, I mean, you can't do something as simple as like change your profile picture to purple. Like, you can't, no one's asking you to donate or just to, as simple as to like share, repost, and change. And as far as maybe just sign the petition at least. Like, do you know what I mean?
And I think the sad thing is people only want to take action when it impacts your immediate circle.
Yes.
But the reality is, and what I want to share with people, is that with the stats looking the way it is, there's probably a 90% chance somebody in your circle has been affected.
Yes.
That they just don't talk about it.
Yes.
Or this culture of silence is so loud that you know about it, but because that person is chosen to stay in that relationship or whatever the case may be, it's not viewed as significant.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't know.
That's so tricky because I was on TikTok and the number of like people that I follow,
Right.
that I've seen come out and say I'm a survivor, like my heart just like sank. Because they don't show it. Like, it's something that's so personal, it's so difficult sometimes, you probably block it out. And
it takes so much courage.
Yes, to even share that. And for me, it's like, there's no look of what someone that has experienced a gender-based violence and femicide would look like. They look like any other person. And only when I've seen these survivor posts, I'm like, I can't believe it. I can't believe that I've been blinded by it or to it, or just like I think we normalize it to a point that we don't talk about it. And some of like the age of some of these women that this has started at, like 12 years old, 13 years old, sometimes younger.
And all by close people.
Yes.
That's the other thing. It's like people you know and trust and are like part of your intimate circle.
Yeah.
That are the perpetrators of these crimes. And more often or not, there's nothing that's been done about it.
That's exactly. But it's like in a lot of instances, like you're saying, it's like the uncle or the parent's friend or like someone that you thought you could trust. And it just brings me back to a little bit of, I think, my parents' paranoia, where like my parents never allowed me to stay over anywhere. But it's because now I realize that paranoia is valid.
It's real. Yeah. It's very scary.
So, yeah, I want to shed a little bit of light on what is Women for Change and the story behind the movement. So, they started in 2016. And over time, it grew into like a major non-profit using social media to amplify the GBVF stories and raise awareness, support survivors. And now what we're seeing is like demand justice. I was quite surprised that they have quite a large community. Like I signed the petition, but prior, like I've never heard
Of them.
or followed them, and that's the power of awareness. But they actually have over 520,000 followers. Yeah, so they basically, their main purpose of what they do, and this we found from their website directly, is that it's to amplify awareness, so bring attention on how widespread this issue is, empower through education, to provide a lifeline support. So they actually have online support.
Okay.
And referrals, so legal, emotional, medical. I know they also have guides on how you can be an ally, if you're someone that is going through this and experiencing this, for you to look at. And then they advocate, basically, like push for the system change, policy change, accountability, justice. So yeah, I'm quite glad that we were made aware. And like we didn't even speak about it. Like we on our own changed our profile pictures, and I just saw like yours is purple, and I was like, oh, but like, do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
But that just shows that like you're not doing it because your friend
Yes.
is just doing it. You're doing
Yes.
it because it should affect you to some level
Right.
as a human being.
Yeah.
And this is regardless of whether you're male or female.
I agree.
Because I've also seen them really appealing to men. Like this is a not
A one-sided conversation.
yes, or an attack on men who are like supportive and who can voice their opinion and also say like I'm different, and if I can be this way, then so yeah.
So I think for me, I think it's just the way my brain works.
Yeah.
Is like to go back to the actual definition
Yes.
of things, so
Yes.
we know what it encompasses. Because I think maybe there's a misconception that it means if you're a survivor, it's only like you are a rape victim. But
Yes.
the spectrum is so broad as to what gender-based violence actually encompasses. So, what is gender-based violence? The definition is GBV is violence that is inflicted because of someone's gender. It's not just about bad men doing bad things. It's deeply rooted in unequal power, in gender norms, in social structures. It includes physical violence, emotional abuse, economic abuse, psychological manipulation, sexual violence, and coercion. And goes on to say, is GBV just sexual assault? So no, not at all. Sexual assault is part of GBV, but GBV is way broader. Like I said, it includes domestic violence, which is most of the time your intimate partner, right?
Yes, yeah.
Where someone may never be raped but is constantly controlled, threatened, or hit. It includes economic violence, for example, not letting someone have their own money or controlling what they spend. It includes psychological and emotional abuse, gaslighting, threats, intimidation. And it also includes online digital violence like revenge porn, harassment. I know a few people that were subject to that in high school specifically. And why does this matter right now in South Africa? It's because GBVF, which includes the femicide,
Yes.
right? Which you can explain, but it's not just a crime. For many, it's a systematic crisis. So according to Women for Change, the scale is massive. They say that the femicide rate is 6 times the global average.
It's disgusting. I'm just gonna say it as it is. Like it's disgusting.
And the sad reality is we have such a beautiful country. And we're such, I would think, from wherever I've traveled, we genuinely have such warm, happy people in our country. So it's also such a jarring thing to know that we are so broken as a society that this
Yeah.
still exists,
Yeah.
and that there isn't enough attention on it.
Yeah.
So, what is the GBVF, the femicide?
So
How is that defined?
I also didn't know, like, because I know GBV,
Right.
and I know Women for Change include femicide, but
Right.
femicide is when a woman or girl is killed
Mm-hmm.
specifically because she is female. So in South Africa, they group it together and call it GBVF
Okay.
because it's killing of women it's the most extreme form of violence. And like that's often what you find. It's not like I'm going to there's not just violence. There's like violence to the point that, yeah, I will sexually assault you or rape you or beat you up to the point that you die. Like, oh, this place, like it really like affects me because I can't, like, women, we're literally like the mothers of this world. Like, we bring into this world both men and women. How do you look at another girl or woman and not see like your mom or your sister or a sibling or someone that you hold like value and importance to?
True.
I
I think it's like I said, I think it's definitely deeply rooted in our culture of women obviously being oppressed
yeah.
and having this normal role of caregiver and in the house, and you don't talk back and you don't offer
But I
opinions.
think even then it was still an issue because I think even then women was still, it was almost like you were meant to give yourself physically in some shape, way, or form. Whether it's always to please a man.
Correct.
It's always for the man to feel good, and it doesn't matter whether you are not in the mood, not like, do you know what I mean? I think that's also where the conversation where people like, and I've heard it a few times where people say like I was raped, and when you say it's by your husband.
Ooh, I have a very interesting story on this because there was a person I knew,
Yeah.
that offered an opinion,
Yeah.
that basically said it can't be considered rape if it's your husband. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, if you don't give consent,
That is what
it
rape
is rape.
Yes. Yes.
Whether you're married to the person
Yes.
or not. And consent happens. Like, you can get undressed, put whatever on, and the woman can still deny you.
Yes. Yes.
She is entitled to it.
Yes.
Is her body.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think that, and you know what I struggle with? I feel now like the awareness is on social media and we're speaking about it now. But I was even thinking, like, in our workspaces, why are corporates not taking this serious? Or not even just corporates, wherever you're working, it's literally 15 minutes that you can make such a big impact on by just standing together and showing solidarity to victims, of which are probably on your staff.
I think
Like, these conversations need to exist beyond just
no, they
friends.
don't. It's long as it looks to the outside, talking about corporates, that you are doing something like changing the color of your building.
Yeah.
Making it green for Mental Health Day, or making it purple, or posting on LinkedIn that you support this cause and having a few people stand together and take a photo does not mean, because people are still leaving your company every day for actually not being looked after
Yeah.
or considered or supported in the ways that they should, because ultimately profit and performance, like, we'll support you until the point that are you getting beat up so much that you can't perform at work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's very sad. And I think maybe for whoever watches this, I think that's just it. It's just about having a conversation.
Yes.
It's not asking for much. It's having conversations at work with your friends, in your family. It's about creating those safe spaces.
But that's it. I think that people, and I think that's why a lot of people stay quiet, is because the only time women feel safe to communicate is if there is a safe environment given for them to communicate. Or I think anyone in general. Like, if you feel like it's going to come back to bite you, you're probably not. So that's why even the women that are even sharing now that they're survivors, but it's also this also this thing of we don't say the person's name.
No, F that shit.
We don't share who it was because like
they're gonna lose their job.
Yeah.
No, but if you are a fully grown adult, like, if you did something wrong, there are consequences in life.
I was speaking to my partner. I'm like, I don't understand how there's not. And he said, like, look, it's a lot of these incidents also happen in rural communities because we do have a large rural community, and it's difficult to track. But I'm like, I can't believe in this day and age we've gone to space, okay, and we can't figure out some sort of technology or software that allows women to know certain things. Like in COVID, we had an app where, like, everyone had to put their information, and then they would tell you if you were in close proximity to someone that had COVID. So why do we not have all the people that are abusers, rapists on a database? I'm so sorry, you should be on a database.
I agree.
And women should know.
I agree.
Apart, like, for you, in fact, your location should be in jail. But since you get bail on these things, because that's what happens, and we don't know the perpetrator's name. We just know the victim.
The sad thing, right? We're talking about, like, something so advanced. And why I say advanced is because we can't get the simple thing right as to giving victims the tools and the system so that when they come forward, they are met with empathy.
Yes.
And the process for them is not traumatizing them further or making them seem like they are the perpetrators and like they did something wrong, because we can't even get that right. Like, you go and you file a restraining order and you do all of these things and you need so much of evidence and you're back and forth with the courts, and then 2 months later, before that thing is even passed, you're dead. Like, so what is the point of it?
But I think it's also the environment of even going to the police station to file this case, because we've needed to go on multiple occasions, like if you were in an accident or like, you're reporting something, and like I feel like when I'm going to report something, I'm the criminal.
Like, to just get something certified.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like, there's just you're not met with just human, like, decency.
Yeah.
Like, my partner got scammed and got money stolen from him. We went to report it because we had this person's number and they were giving like fake ABSA statements and like all of those kind of things. We went to the police station and they were like, oh, you need to print this, we can't copy it for you, whatever. We were like met with such hostility when we were trying to report a crime to make South Africa a safer place. And eventually we were so we were so like deeply affected by that experience that we were just like, we're already traumatized. Like, we're just
What's the
gonna go
point?
home.
That's what
Yeah.
happens to majority of
Yeah.
victims.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so many people that commit these horrific crimes that are still allowed to exist in society and continue to perpetrate the same behavior, not on one female, but multiple females.
Yes. Yes.
Until it goes so far as to you are killing someone and then it's on the news and then everyone wants to be like, you know, outraged, and then it's like everything goes back to normal. I don't know. I'm not saying that we can solve all problems, and I feel like we all have really good ideas about it, but I think the bare minimum that women deserve is awareness and acknowledgement that this is what women in South Africa are subjected to, and for men not to see it as an attack but rather an opportunity to start having those conversations and asking themselves how they can create safety within their circles rather than fear, and holding other men accountable.
Yes. I think we're also like, unfortunately, because of how bad it is now, we have to be reactive in this situation and under these circumstances. But it's also to start with the emotional regulation and teaching children now, boys now in school, in the schooling system, on how girls should be treated.
I agree.
And a lot of it, like you mentioned, I think does come down to emotional regulation. We don't know how to regulate our own self for whatever reason. And so we look to women as, I don't know if it's either like the lesser species or an easy target or... And on the concept of rape, like, you will know when you are not given consent from any woman. It is as it's black and white.
I agree. There's no gray area. There's really no gray area.
So, I don't know if we want to touch on like the timeline.
Yeah.
Of like the actual story leading up to the shutdown. So the build-up is for the 21st of November, which is before the G20 summit happening that weekend. It is to shut the country down because we are inviting international people, cleaning up our streets, ensuring everything's working when fundamentally we are broken as a society. So Women for Change actually launched a petition demanding that GBVF be declared a national disaster. And their reasoning was that public systems are failing and they argue existing frameworks are not enough. The petition has now officially passed 1 million signatures.
Wow.
Key demands include stricter bail conditions for perpetrators, harsher sentencing, no parole for femicide, and gang rape.
Okay.
Full funding of the National Strategic Plan on GBVF, and a public sex offender register. Why has this not been made public when it was actually promised, if I'm not mistaken from reading up, it was promised to be made public earlier this year, and
Nothing
it's
has
still
happened.
not been... Why are we holding on to a public sex offender register?
Who are you trying to protect?
Who are you trying to protect? Is it because it's going to be big people and big corporations? Like who are you protecting? So the government response was that they rejected it, to call it a national disaster. They're saying that it doesn't meet the legal definition under the Disaster Management Act. So the shutdown is now basically it's a strategy that we're trying to create awareness about for the 21st of November. And I don't know if you want to talk us through what they're asking for. Yeah.
So the ask is no paid or unpaid work all day. No spending money for the entire day to show the economic absence of women in the economy. So at 12 p.m., everyone lies down for 15 minutes to standstill. A minute for each of the 15 murdered women per day. We wear black as an act of mourning and resistance. To change your profile picture to purple. To make the shutdown visible on social media, and to use the hashtag Women Shutdown to amplify Women for Change. So importantly, they say there will be no march. This is not a rally, but a collective refusal. And there will be a live stream reading the names of women during the 15-minute lie down. And really, like, this is bare minimum. I don't understand why every person in this country can't do one of these things. Like, change your profile picture to purple.
Like, how difficult is that? But we can post that we went to Travis Scott. Like,
make it make sense.
Or, like,
make it make sense. So, I mean, just changing your profile picture to purple, sending an email to your management. It's like during lunchtime.
Yeah, for those 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Like, you can sacrifice 15 minutes.
Yes. No, 100%. I even, I was actually considering the leave, like to take that day off, and I'm definitely going to do as much as I can of those. I definitely will be wearing black. I know we've already changed our profile pictures.
We're creating awareness.
Yes. We're trying our best to. And I was like, I know initially, like, I was like, oh, okay, do you just not pitch to work? Like, what happens? And so I went onto the Women for Change website, and they actually have pre-curated letters that you can download as a PDF that's actually addressed to your director in HR, saying that you can download it and just email it to them, saying that you are wanting solidarity leave, and it is a peaceful movement. This is the reason. It's already written in there, and they say if you are rejected, it's fine. Like, it's not a problem, but try to take part in what you can. It's really not forceful. It's really not saying that you have to do this or have to do that. They also have one for university students. To send through, and it's so politely put. Like, I read both, where it says, I know it's exam season, but this is a cause that I really want to take part in. I'm not going, like, we're not here to disrupt any exams. It's just for the 15 minutes. So it was done very, very, very tastefully by this NPO. And yeah, so those resources are on their website. Is it they say, like, I know a Women for Change have said, like, women not to spend on the day, which I'm not going to spend on that day, but that men can also to show that their support. It's not just a woman versus man thing. You were saying something about
oh yes, I was telling you, let me try to find it. I don't know how true it is, because sometimes on social media you can't believe everything you see. But there was a march going on for the men in the country who are demanding what is it?
Men are not ATMs.
Yes. Justice for men who were wrongfully accused of rape.
Look, I do understand that there are instances of men being falsely accused of rape. I'm not saying that that's not possible.
Yeah.
It is possible.
But if you look at the stats and the facts.
Yes.
Like, we're dealing with a national disaster.
No, exactly.
Versus, like, a hand.
Yes.
Few cases.
Yes. And
I mean, not saying we don't want to prevent that, but you have to deal with the bigger problem.
Mm-hmm.
And also just give us our effing space.
No, exactly.
Like, give women one thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're trying to create awareness on this one thing, and now you want to you want to poke
This
your
reminds
nose.
me of the men are trash
Oh
thing that
my
happened during
God.
was it COVID? And men like got
Yes.
so touched by it. But I saw a post that said men who aren't trash know what
Yes.
men are trash.
Yes.
Like support men are trash because you understand.
No, it's just
It's like a Black Lives Matter versus
All
All
lives
Lives
matter.
Matter. Like,
Yes.
like, are you
Are you serious?
thick?
Like, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know.
It scares me because I know, like, I've personally, and I feel sad because I've personally not, like, I don't have an intimate circle right now that like I'm susceptible to something like that. But it hurts me that one day I could have kids and it could be a reality for them. Or like my sister who's younger than me, that it could be a reality for and that's what scares me half to death.
And as you're talking, I'm thinking about it. Safety in this country as a woman is a privilege.
Yeah.
Where it should be a basic right.
No, exactly.
That's just mind blowing. That honestly is mind blowing.
It is deep rooted in something.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm educated enough to
have
speak
that conversation
or have that conversation. It would definitely be good to have someone on the podcast that can speak to that. But there's a lot, like, it is very specific because I'm not saying that other countries, I know a lot of the time the media pushes things under the carpet, you don't actually know the correct stats. A lot of people sometimes maybe are not reporting the cases. You know, that could also be a reality. But these numbers are like alarming numbers.
And that's what I want to go and see.
Yeah.
If we can read some of those stats. Yeah, so in just 1 year, 5,578 women were murdered. A 33 or almost a 34% increase from the previous year. So it's not getting better. It's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
I'm sure there's more stats that we can find, but
I know there was one that says it's basically every 2.5 hours that a woman is buried in this country because 15 women are dying every day. Like, I don't know what doesn't scream change. Also, it was that, I think it was a 5-year plan to correct this, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And there was 21 billion rand
that was given to this cause.
That was given to this cause, was set aside for this cause. And
we don't know where the money's gone to.
You know, now that I've like started working, and like you work damn hard,
and then see half that pay salary go to tax.
Yeah. And it's a different case if it's going to tax to make a difference. Make the country a better place. But it's that your tax is going
to greedy people and funding lavish lifestyles.
No, exactly.
Well, for the majority.
So we go to work, endure what we endure, mental health issues and all. sacrifice so much
Mm.
for your money to not go into one day your children's future
Mm.
and just making this country a safe space.
Mm.
And like when I say that it's so psychologically deep rooted in this country, it's because other countries have gone through war,
Mm.
have gone through genocide. We
Mm.
currently have
Active.
genocide happening, which the world wants to ignore. And you don't see a lot of those countries now that have come out of those periods of war, whatever, doing this to their women. Like, you can walk anywhere in Europe and be fine, alone, on the street.
But as a South African, you still feel unsafe, right?
Yes.
Even when you travel, it's like you have to look over your shoulder, or like, can you even, as a woman, walk alone?
Look, there's pickpocketing. Like, look, even when I recently just went overseas, like, a lot of the time they're like, watch, like, there's pickpocketing, there's this, there's petty theft, whatever. We know that. That still happens. It's gonna happen everywhere. We understand there's an imbalance in the economy in general. There's an imbalance of a lot of things, especially in South Africa when it comes to having a very small middle class. So we're skewed. But of course, yes, people are gonna fight for survival. If they're fighting to steal something to buy food for survival, that is what they're gonna do. But there's no excuse for this shit.
I feel like the only, and maybe I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, the only other country that I've seen such violent crimes against women, especially rape, is India. Like with the gang rape. And there was even a series on it about a woman who was taking the bus with her husband, and there were several men on the bus, and they proceeded to gang rape her with instruments you don't even want to know of, and beat her husband, threw them off the bus, and I don't understand as a human being how you...
Do you think porn plays a big role in that? That concept of gang rape? Because I don't know, because like, as far as my knowledge goes back, like, sex is meant to be an intimate thing.
Right.
Whether you're like in an open relationship or like a closed relationship, like there's monogamy or there's like whatever, like, it's not meant to be violent. It's not meant to be vile. It's meant to be something that is beautiful and passionate, because it's love shared between people, and then it's also how you bring life into this world. So why have we made it so disgusting?
But I don't think that's everyone's perception of it, though. I think it's our romanticized perception of it. I don't think it's everyone else's reality. For most people as well, it's like that. It's like that dominance and asserting your dominance over.
Where? That's what we need. Like, that is...
Go back to that man. He is the problem. I don't know. I honestly do think that it's even us speaking about this, we are speaking about it from a place of privilege, in the sense that we obviously have safe environments.
Yeah.
And speaking about it from a place of privilege, as though as well we can't relate to it, because also I can't say the men in my life or circle have ever exhibited any of these harmful traits, aggressive traits, against women. So I don't know if we can shed light on the root cause of it, because I don't... Yeah, for me, I think it's perception is a danger. Is a
No,
dangerous
it
thing.
is. I think right now what we can do is just work with organizations like Women for Change and try to make a difference from where we are now. But I definitely think going forward, just as a society, and I think it's with anything in life, we have to look at the root cause, because if you don't look at the root cause, it's going to keep happening.
And hold people accountable.
Yes.
Like, honestly, whether it's whoever it is in your close circle, family, friends, hold people accountable. And like, if you are seeing, if you see things that are happening in public places, the amount of people that just turn their heads and carry on walking.
Yeah. I've seen those social experiments.
Yes.
Have you seen where women do this? I
Yes,
don't know what
the signal for help.
Yes.
What is it? No, I can't remember
I
now.
think it's, I don't know if it's this or
I can't remember.
this.
I can't remember. Yes, I have seen behind their back and people just ignore them.
People ignore them. So
it's like, oh no, we don't want to get involved in other people's business. Well, don't get involved, call the police. Or like, I don't know. Like, do something about it. Like, how, I don't know.
because as long as it's hidden, people will continue.
Yeah.
The naming and shaming of it, like for example, what WFC are fighting for is give us the register.
Like, it needs to be so severe.
Yes.
Like in countries where you steal, where they chop your hands off.
Or like you get castrated. Like seriously, like if men know they're going to lose their dinglings. I'm so sorry, like I'm frustrated, that's why I'm laughing. Because if they know that their pride and joy is gonna be, then maybe they'll think twice before they put it in places that it doesn't want to be.
Yeah, where it doesn't belong. I don't know. It's a very heavy conversation. And I think we just need to continue having it and continue to give it the attention it deserves and the importance and the weight of it. Because as women, especially women that have a voice, to just use your voice for good. Honestly, like, we want to boast about good things happening to us and achieving stuff, and
we got a promotion.
Yeah,
but there's people dying
or
every day.
or getting raped or suffering abuse. Like, I don't think it's gonna take anything away from you to just spread awareness, and be a safe space if you can, or if not, like, just help somehow. Because somewhere along the line, I also feel like our humanity and our empathy towards other people is just
gone to shit.
Yeah, very much so. Because it's almost like if it doesn't affect me, then I don't need to do anything about it. And it shouldn't get to that point. But
I think just from us, one of the things that Women for Change mentioned is that we don't want this to be a once-off thing, that it's just, we're doing it for the 21st of November and we forget. I really want people to continue to scream at the top of their lungs until this issue is given the seriousness and the attention, like you said, that it needs and that it deserves. That's all.
I agree.
Yeah, we will link everything that we possibly can in the description, and I think a lot of us are living in a bubble in South Africa, and we need to step out of that very quickly.
Yeah, I agree. I think we just have to do better. Do better and be better, and I don't think it costs too much to get involved and to try to create a better society a safe society, for women most importantly, but for everyone to
Yeah.
exist in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, bestie.
Thank you. The sun is